Hey, what up YouTube? It's your boy, Super Scooter Guy, coming at you with another moto vlog. And today I want to talk about, driving, or not driving, but riding with confidence, or at the very least, riding without, being so scared. Without being too scared to the point where you actually become more of a detriment than actually a cautious rider. So what I pretty much mean by this is, oftentimes when you're riding brand new, you are, concerned about just the threats and the risks of riding, and people cutting in front of you, making left turns in front of you, taking turns too wide, you just being out in the elements and potentially getting hit, things like that. So these are all the little things that you definitely need to worry about as a rider, where it's definitely more dangerous if you are caught into an accident or something, because you're out in the elements without a cage around you, than it would be if you were in a car. But at the same time, riding with confidence also means that you are, claiming your space in the road. You don't want to be in scenarios where you're so timid, so scared, you're not claiming and staking your claim to the road that also belongs to you. Oftentimes, this might give, other drivers and riders the feeling that, oh, you're letting them pass through, or they can cut in front of you because you're timid and squeaking along and not really staking your claim to your avenue of the road. So for me, things that I kind of recommend to the newest riders, and again, I'm still in a way relatively new. I've had my bike since September of 2013, but you have the gaps in the riding season. I used to live in Connecticut. Now I just recently moved to Salem, Massachusetts, so it's the riding season's even shorter up here. But it's just important to stake your claim to the road and ride with confidence. Ride with defense in mind, ride defensively, yes, but not so timid and so scared to the point where you're not moving the bike, or you're creaking the bike along and you're not staking your claim to the road. Little things that I do, when I'm riding up and down the street, you see these intersections coming up. If I see a car coming along, let's say on the right hand side, I tend to drive or ride closer to the right hand side just normally. So if I see a car or person or whatever coming up, I'll kind of move over to the left. If there's a car coming from the left, like that Nissan over there, I'd move closer to the right. So when they're approaching the intersection, they have more of a chance to see me because I'm not in their kind of blind viewing area for them to look. Case in point, you see that roast beef building right there? If that Nissan is sitting there and I'm closer to the left hand side, the building can block my view, or his view of me. But if I come closer to this side, he has more of a chance to see me well in advance. You potentially run into the issue of him kind of darting out because he didn't see me if I stay closer to the left hand side when he's sitting there. So little things like that I think are important to kind of stake your claim to certain areas and certain lanes in the road. What I also do, when I'm on the highway, I try to make sure I'm in the lane I want to be in when I know my exit is coming up. Don't try to cut across because your exit is in less than a mile, when you could have been in the right hand side already. So little things like that I think are important, to just ride more cautiously and carefully, but not necessarily scared. It's just being more alert and more aware of kind of your surroundings when you're riding. But again, like I mentioned before, ride with confidence, stand your ground, be in the lane and be in the road, and let people know, hey, I'm here. You're not just gonna run me off. So that's my tip for the day. Again, ride with confidence, but don't ride so scared. Remember the good tips, pick a good lane position, and again, stake your claim to the area of the road that you want to be in. Alright, y'all, deuces.